Om Apyayantu mamangani Vakpranashchakshushrotrammatho balamindriyani cha sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani Nirate Upanishatsu Dharma Te Mai Santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying Kena Upanishad belonging to Kena Upanishad, yes, ये छांदोग्य का जाता है ना, Samaveda. Kena Upanishad of the Samaveda, and within the Samaveda it belongs to the Talavakara Shakha, or was this who is that teacher? Jaimini Shakha. Now, we were reading the commentary of the second mantra. So, let us read that second mantra again. Rather, we should read the first mantra again. And first mantra is a question by the sadhak. So, it will reveal to us the state of mind of the sadhak, in which the reply given by the Guru will be assimilated. So, the sadhak has asked in the first mantra, Om Kene Shitam Patati Preshitam Manaha Kena Pranaha Prathama Praiti Yuktaha Kene Shitam Vacham Imam Vadanti Chakshu Shrotram Kau Devo Yunakti. We have seen that no question is a blank question. He has realized something, felt something, but because it is not very clear to him and he wants to gain a hold on that, so he is asking. So we see Kau Devo Yunakti. Deva means consciousness, Chetana. So what conscious being or what consciousness is there within me, within this body of mine, which by its mere desire as if directs my mind to go to its objects. And my first prana, that is that which is represented by breathing, without which no indriyas can work. So it is the first prana, who has yoged it so that it does its work of breathing. Desired by whom do I speak? This Vani of mine speaks. Which God or which consciousness yokes my eyes and ears? The meaning is that all my organs of action represented by eyes and ears, all my organs of actions represented by my speech, and my breathing itself, my pranavrittis, and my mind behind all of them, on whose desire they move as if they are directed. It is not very clear whether the direction is through something or only the desire becomes the director. But he wants to catch that conscious being. He wants to find how I am related to that. Can I realize that? I want that. That is the attitude. So he don't let buddhi analyze there. That is the fault. I may refer to one thing. Last 1 week or so, Sarvapriyananji's one video is very popular. As they say, it has become viral. And he is telling the difference between mind and consciousness. Now, he could have added one thing, that all the Western analysis is only by reason, reason and reason. And none of these things are available to reason, mind you. The Indian approach, as he is telling, is not through reason. When it is represented, it appears rational, but it is not through reason. It is through direct experience. So, the direct experience, as explained by Patanjali in his Raja Yoga, he has given several methods of how to directly experience the subtle elements, the indriyas, the mind and all that. And that is what is assumed or known in this mantra. I know, the sadhak says, though I may not be 100% sure that my indriyas cannot act by themselves. Anything which is not consciousness cannot act by themselves. So the sadhak is very clear that my indriyas, my mind, my buddhi, the instrument of reason, all of them are not consciousness, not conscious. And that is why he is asking, what consciousness is there which is by desire directing these things. So, this much the sadhak has experienced. And the sadhak has experienced that all these things are useful in doing some work, doing something. And that something doing and getting some result, he has got dispassion for that. So, the root of Indian thinking is that they know that reason does not lead anywhere. In the ultimate analysis, you have to make yourself more and more calm, more and more tranquil, more and more ingoing. You can directly experience the indriyas. You can directly experience the mind. You can directly experience your rational faculty. And then only you know that they are all achetan. A story, an anecdote I can tell here. See how it is connected. I was in Mumbai, 79 to 82. One bright, brilliant girl came. She was studying in BA. And she asked me, Maharaj, will you teach me yoga? I said, yogas are many. Which yoga you want to learn? She said, I want to learn Raja Yoga. I was surprised a little, but I asked her, you read Swami Vivekananda's book on Raja Yoga and then come to me. Then she came next week and said, I read that book. I said, what did you find there? She said that Swamiji says, Yama Niyama are to be followed before you proceed in yoga sadhana. I said, then check yourself. Then she said, I have checked. I find myself all right in 9 of the 10 Yama Niyamas. But one I am not able to get across, and that is truthfulness. I was a little surprised, but I asked, what that? She said that we find, we means maybe girls or whatever, we may make stories and give our answers. We do not give direct answers. So I said then, control, change, and then come to me. Next week she came, she said, I am trying, but I have not succeeded. I said, try more. She came another week, tried but not succeeded. I said, try more. So she came third week and said, Maharaj, in the heart, so much place is there I did not know. All the outside world is in the heart. I could see the heart. I could see my mind, my buddhi. So I understood. She asked for Rajoga because she must have done this yoga practices in the previous birth or births. And this very fact that she had the habit of not speaking truth directly, that all the experiences were covered. And as soon as she has been able to correct this, so Patanjali's telling is very important. First follow Yama and Niyama, and then you get the perception of everything. And that is what she was relating, that I can see my mind, I can see my buddhi. That is the Indian approach. So, the Shishya has come up to that state already. He knows. Not that he thinks or he has idea. He knows that Indriyas do not act independently. Indriyas are made of subtler elements, all achetan. Mind also is made of subtler elements. Even my reasoning faculty is made of subtler elements. This he can see. That means he is transcendent to that extent that he can objectify his personality and see everything there. And from that position he is asking the question. And so, for us, it becomes imperative to gain that position. Try Yamaniyama, or as prescribed in Vedanta, Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, and 6 qualities, Mumukshutva, and when we practice them, then our inner vision is opened, which is already open for the Shishya. And we can then directly see that these are all Chetan. And that is where the question comes, what Chetan is there which makes them active, which directs them as if to go to their respective objects, to do their functions respective. And so this Shishya has got dispassion not only for objects, but for the tendency to get something by doing something, which is a great achievement in spiritual life. If we do something and achieve something, that is only karma. And we go beyond karma, and the sadhak is already beyond karma. So that is the questioner. He feels, I am there, what I am not clear. All these personalities there, gross body, settler, and they are functioning not by themselves. And there is some conscious being, or rather some consciousness, which only desires, and as if they become directed to go their respective fields and objects. And this he wants to be sure, this he wants to catch that consciousness. That is the meaning of the question. Now, to such a sadhak, in the introduction to the second mantra, Shankar says, Evam Prushravate Yogyaya Aha Guru. So Guru has seen that this questioner is fit to receive further knowledge. Shrunuyat Tvam Pruchasi. Listen to that which you are asking. Mana adi karna jatasya ko devaha. So Vishayam prati prerayita kathama prerayati iti. There are 2 questions in your question. Mind and other instruments are there, which Dev, conscious being or consciousness, directs them to their respective objects or fields. And in what way he directs? That is your question. And you are fit enough. So to this fit enough Shishya, the Guru says, Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyat Vachoha Vacham Sau Pranasya Pranaha Chakshusha Chakshu Atimuchya Dhira Pretyasmat Lokad Amrita Bhavanti. To get meaning out of this sentence, you have to add that which is ear of the ear, mind of the mind, speech of the speech. That very thing is prana of the pran, and eye of the eye, and ear of the ear. Therefore, you have to add, because he is such, therefore, Pretyasmat Lokat Atimuchya Dhira. So, Shankar says add, knowing that. The original mantra does not say so. Such and such is the truth. Therefore, rejecting, coming out, getting free from what? Indriyas. These very Indriyas which we have described. And going beyond this world of ours, this world of our experience, ordinary man's experience. Becomes immortal. And we have found that this Amrita Bhavanti is not only immortality from longevity point of view, but it also means he gets such a joy which is pure, which is unmixed, which is eternal. That is the Amritattva. And so he is asking about that. He is replying about that. The Guru is telling, because this is so the knowledge thereof will make you wise man. Knowledge thereof will make you transcend all of these things and get immortality and eternal unchanging bliss. That is the full answer. And there the Shankar has explained, we read that ear means that instrument which enables us to listen to sounds. But unless consciousness is there, only this perception and experience, consciousness, awareness are two different things. Please note this first. The disciple already knows, so yogyaya, that something falls in retina and this and that. So some idea of perception is made. But how do we know that we are perceiving in this? This is a totally different thing. Remember, I see this room, but I know that I see this room is separate from I see. I see means the vision is there. But how do I know that I have this vision? This you understand by going to the opposite. Suppose I close my eyes, then I do not see, but I know that I do not see. So this knowledge is something different from all these perceptions. And the example is given. In the desert, we see water. Our perception is water, our awareness also is water. But when we feel thirsty, we go to drink and find there is no water, only sand. So we become aware. We understand is a very weak word. We become aware. We do not perceive water, and we are aware that there is no water. There is only sand. And that reflects back on our all experience for the 1 month, that whatever we are seeing water, but it was not water. When we get up and see, again we see water. So perception is water, but the awareness is very clear that this is not water. This is sand appearing as water. This is example. So, when a man knows, he knows that it was a wrong thing that I was assuming, wrongly knowing that eyes, ears, vani, speech and all the things are acting independently, or they have any consciousness therein. There is a separate thing called consciousness, which the disciple already knew. So, he wanted to know what way is that consciousness directing? Is it through some orders, written orders, or through indications, or what? And the answer is no. As soon as it desires, they become directed. That is the mantra. And if this wisdom comes, dhira means wise people, if this wisdom, this awareness grows, then you are not bound by any of your senses. You are not bound by your reasoning faculty, your breathing or anything. And automatically you go beyond. That is the answer. And we were reading the commentary that we read those questions and answers in our ordinary mind, not in the disciple's mind. That why the answer is not that such and such is the listener through the ears. He says, if he had any other function other than listening, then we could answer like that. Like a carpenter or woodcutter, he is a person other than his woodcutting. He breathes, not through his instrument of woodcutting. He breathes, he talks, he has a personality, he does other things, he speaks, he eats, he sleeps. So, such is not the case here. The reality could not have been known by anything other than these instruments providing. So, through the function of the instrument themselves, what we have to do then? Let the instruments function. And at that very time, we have to go in and in and in and catch the reality, which is behind the consciousness of all these directed activities. That is the answer. And these activities going on are a combined effect of our indriyas and mind. And so, any combination is neither for itself nor for one of the elements. It is for something else. You understand this point? We say a table and chair are made for each other. What will the table do with that chair? What will the chair do with that table? What will they both do with that combination? It is only an appearance. They are matching, that's all. Meaning is that a man will sit on the chair and use the table for reading or writing. So, the combination is for something else. And that something else has to be consciousness. A few years back, even the advertisement for certain brands of cigarette was that tobacco and filter made for each other. What that filter will do with that tobacco? What the tobacco will do with that filter? It is only an attraction that if this filter is used, this tobacco will not harm you, the smoker. So both of them were for smoker, a conscious being. So everywhere you will find, we are not going to the genesis of the whole world, husband and wife matching, made for each other. No. They are made a combination for the progenitor Brahma to create the whole world, to run his world further. So that is the formula. That combination is for some other conscious being. So, we have read that. Now the question comes. We are reading from here, page 28 in the Hindi book. In Gambiranji's translation, let me point out. Page 11. What again can there be in the significance here of the expression? Ka punar atra padartha is our doubt or our question. Shrotrasya shrotramityate, by calling it ear of the ear. Nai atra shrotrasya shrotrantarena artha. Here that meaning cannot be there, that ear, another ear of this ear. That cannot be the meaning. Do we have some ears within this ear or any other place? Yatha prakashasya prakashantarena. A light is there, and that light illumines. To get illumined about that illumination, we do not use another light. So light is given an example because light is similar to consciousness. So this cannot be the meaning. This type cannot be the meaning. That one ear is there for listening the other ear. Naisha dosha. Shankar says this understanding is wrong. There is no fault in telling shrotrasya shrotra. Ayamatra padartha. The meaning of this word, pada artha, is this. Shrotram tavat svavishaya vyanjana samartham drishtam. We see that ear is capable of revealing its object, which is dhvani, which is sound. Tattu svavishaya vyanjana samartham shrotrasya चैतन्ये ही आत्म ज्योतिषी नित्य असंवते सर्वांतरे सति भवति न असति इति. That is possible. Ear can reveal sound only if a consciousness which has its own consciousness, Atma Jyotishi, a consciousness which has its own light, which is eternal, which is uncombined, which is inside all. In the presence of such consciousness, the ears will reveal sound, otherwise they cannot reveal the sound. Na asati iti. That is the meaning. Meaning of shrotrasya shrotram is that without consciousness, the ear cannot reveal its sound. If such an eternal consciousness is not there, ear will not be able to reveal the sound. If it is not there, ear cannot reveal the sound. That is the meaning. Understood? The reality, the innermost reality of all, sufficiently inner, How much inner? That my reality, unless that my vanishes, it is not reality. Because anything I or my, if it is attached, it will be temporarily limited, finite. So, we have to go so much inside that we go inside all. I have given an example of a big hall with a conical roof and a focus light there, and all the partitions of a particular height are only walls are mirror, no light. So, the man on the top of that light is seeing everything, and without that, these mirrors could not have shown anything. That is the meaning. Mirror will give the reflection, but unless there is light, we cannot see the reflection. That is an example. So like that, we are searching for something common to all. Because I and my cannot stick to it. That is the lesson. Sarvantare sati bhavati. If such a light is there, then we can perceive, otherwise not only through mirrors. Ata shrotrasya shrotram ityadi upapadyate. So it is logical, reasonable to say that it is the ear of the ear, because it is helping the ear to reveal sound. Ear helps to reveal sound, but it is consciousness which helps the ear to reveal sound. So it is called ear of the ear. Tatha cha shrutyantarani. And all the Vedantas tell like that. Atmani eva ayam jyotisha aste. The man lives only by the Atma Jyoti, his real self, which is consciousness. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. In the Kenopanishad, it is his shine which illumines everything. All these, sun, moon, stars, etc., are giving light. Not by their own light, but by his light, they are giving light to all. So, like that, it is not the consciousness of the Indriyas, but of the reality that consciousness is used for the Indriyas to reveal their objects. Yena Surya Stapati Tejasa Iddha. The sun god is heated by Teja. And this Teja which heats up the sun is a reflection of the consciousness which is self. Ityadini. And Gita also says, Yada Dityagatam Tejo Jagat Bhasayate Khilam Yat Chandramasi Yat Chagno Tat Tejo Vidyamakam. So that light which makes the sun illumine all the world and moon and others, that light is my light. Know this. Kshetram kshetri tatha krishnam prakasheti bharata. All the fields, human body, instruments and all that are nothing but field. And so, there is a farmer. The consciousness, one consciousness of all the fields, that he enables us to do our work and reap the results. So it is not we which are independent. It is he, common to all, that he appears as I, you, he, she, it, and we do our work and reap the results. Iti cha Gita-su. So in various Gitas, that means various shlokas of the Gitas, same truth is told. Katake cha. In Kenopanishad also, nityo anityanam chetanas chetananam iti. It is called nitya of the anitya, but not chetana of the achetanas. Nityo anityanam chetana chetananam. Because things are impermanent, we see, temporary, but because of him they appear permanent. He is the eternal of the changing world, and he is the consciousness of things appearing conscious. My indriyas appear conscious, my mind appears conscious, but it is not so. It is the consciousness of those things which appear as conscious. So, appearance of consciousness is what we know. We do not know the real consciousness. Tadya nivartyate. Shrotradi eva sarvasya atmabhutam chetanamiti prasiddham. What people know is that ears, etc., is the personality of everybody, and that itself is the consciousness. That is what is known to the common people, but that is being removed from here, negated from here. By telling that he is the Shrotra of the Shrotra itself being luminous is negated which the common man feels. So it is all taking us beyond the common man's experience. Asti kimapi vidvat buddhigamyam sarvantarattamam kutasam ajam ajaram amrutam abhayam shrotradeerapi shrotradi tat samarthya nimittam iti prativachanam shabdarthascha upapadyate eva. So, there is something. Vidvat buddhigamyam. They are not scholars, huh? No. Buddhi is not reasoning or intellect. Vidvat is not scholars. But those who have realized it, those who have knowledge of everything, those who have known the reality. And buddhi means both. In their consciousness, it is known. It is known in the consciousness of the wise people. That is the translation, huh? And there it is known. What it is known? The innermost reality of all. Again that is repeated. There is no I, you, he, she, it as the reality. The innermost reality of all. Let us take an example to understand this innermost reality of all. Imagine the world is a sphere, like earth or whatever. And all the individuals are small segments on the surface of the earth. Now, what is the center of this segment? Same as the center of the earth. If there is a light in the center and all this hollow sphere, we are there, we are getting light from there. So, the common inner reality of all is the same. Understood? So, Sarva Antarattamam, the innermost reality of all. Innermost because if we come little inside, we are not reaching the light. We have to go innermost and we will find common reality of all. Kutasam, it is like the anvil. We take a iron red hot and hammer it, keeping it on the anvil. Anvil does not change. So, like that, all the world is changing, cause and effect and everything, but it does not change that type of reality. Ajam, it will never decay. Amaram, it will neither die, nor will get pain. Amrutam, ajam, ajaram, amrutam, abhayam. No imperfection of this mundane world will exist there. The main imperfection is fear. Everybody fears, for he feels, I will be lost. My money will be lost. My qualities will go away. But it is not possible. In that innermost reality, which is the reality of all, nothing will go away. Never. So no fear. Shrotra there api shrotradi. That is the ear of the ear and all other instruments. Tat samarthya nimittam. The meaning is that the cause of its capacity. Ear has a capacity to reveal sound. But the cause of that capacity to hear the sound is consciousness. So that is the meaning. Iti prativachanam. So that reply is there. Shrotrasya shrotram. Shabdarthasya. And we already explained the meaning of the word shrotrasya shrotram. The answer that it is shrotrasya shrotram is correct because it is helping the shrotra to do its function, 1 point. And the meaning of the word shrotrasya shrotram is that it is helping the shrotra to do its function. So, the meaning of the word and the answer given through that meaning is both correct. Answer given through the word is that without it, shrotra cannot do anything. And it is of this nature, innermost reality of all and that. And the meaning of the word shrotrasya shrotram is that it is helping it to do its function. Both have meaningful, rational, upapaddhati, eva. So that is correct. How it is described, shrotrasya shrotram? Why not some other thing? That has been told here. The answer is completed here. Similarly, tatha manasa antakarnasya mana. Mana means inner instrument. Manasa antakarnasya. Of the mind means of the inner instrument. Mana. It is the mind of the mind. Nai antakaranam antarena chaitanya jyotisho diditim swavishay sankalpa adhyavasayadi samartham syad. Diditim means the light. Consciousness is the light which gives light, because of which the mind means inner instrument. So it can think of pros and cons. It can come to a determination which is called buddhi, and other functions of the inner instrument is capable of doing because of the light of the innermost reality. Tasmad manasopi mana iti. Therefore, it is the mind of the mind. Shrotra, the meaning is like this, Shrotrasya shrotram yat manaso mano. That which is shrotrasya shrotram is also mind of the mind. Vacho vacham. Tasmad manasopi mana iti. So it is called mind of the mind. Ye buddhi manasya ekikritya nirdesho manasa iti. So your mind is the common name of sankalpa vikalpatmak buddhi, man, and nishayatmak buddhi. It is the common name. Mind is the common name here for mind and intellect. Yad vacho vacham, and that itself is speech of the speech. Yat shabdo yasmadarthe. So here yat shabda means because. This is the same as that because. Understood? It is ear of the ear. That which is the ear of the ear is the same as mind of the mind, because It is the same as Vani of the Vani. Yas Shabdo Yasmadarte Shrotradivi Sarvai Sambadhate. Because it is the this of this, this of this, this of this, this of this, in that light you take everything. Everything is to be connected with Yat as Yasmat. That which means because that which. Yasmat Shrotra se Shrotram, because it is the ear of the ear, Yasmat Manaso Mana iti evam. Because it is mind of the mind, because it is the Vani of the Vani, because it is the Prana of the Pran, because it is the eyes of the eyes, therefore. So, yet to be taken as because and joined to all the clauses. Yet to be taken as because and joined to all the causes. So, because that is the eye of the eye, ear of the ear, because that same thing is the mind of the mind, same thing is prana of the prana, meaning that it is the common consciousness helping all the instruments and prana to go about their business. Now here one small difficulty comes. Vachoho vacham iti dvitiya pratamatvena viparinamyate. Vacham is dvitiya. Dvitiya means object. And we are describing the subject. Instruments and other things are appearing as the subject. And question is asked about the subject. What is that? So, we have to change the Dvitiya into Prathama. Pranasya prana iti darshanat. Because there again Prathama is used, Pranasya prana. Vacho vacham iti etad anurodena Pranasya pranam iti kasmat Dvitiya eva na kriyate. It is not a question of grammar. Huh? Why not take everything as an object instead of taking as subject? That is the objection. One is object in grammar. That should be changed to subject in our awareness. Why we should not make the other subject also object? Following this object is the question. Now, bahunam anurodhasya yuktatvat. So, not only pran, but everything else is prathama. So, one should be changed following the many, not many to change according to one. Vacham iti asya vagiti etavad vaktavyam. So, instead of vacham, it should be vak. Instead of vacham, dvitiya, object, it should be vak, prathama, subject. So pranasya prana iti shabda dvayanurodena evami bahunam anurodo yukta kritat syat. So previous was shrotrasya, shrotram. Now that is neuter gender. So shrotram is both prathama and dvitiya. So there it was not clear. But pranasya prana, everything becomes clear. Manasa mana. So, two are prathama clearly, one is doubtful, prathama or dvitiya. So, another, it can be taken as prathama. And one which is dvitiya should be changed to prathama so that all become consistently prathama. Evami bhavanam anurodho yukta krita syat. So, it is like that, majority has been followed. On the reason, prushtam cha vastu prathamaya eva nirdeshtum yuktam. You are asked, what is the nature of this? So, it should be in the subject mode, not in the object mode. All these are not felt as objects. So, that thing which is asked about is always asked as the subject, not as object. So yastoya prushta, that which you have asked, pranasya pranakhya vritti visheshasya pranam. So pranasya means pranakhya vritti visheshasya. Pran is the name of several waves. Prana, apana, udana, samana, vyana, etc. The prana of that means because of that the capacity to breathe has come. Because of that consciousness, capacity to breathe has come. Nai atmana anadishtitasya prananam upapadyate. If there is no base called the self, Chetan, the breathing cannot function. Any five functions of the prana cannot function if there is no Chetan. कोई व अन्यात् का प्राण्यात् यदेश आकाशानंदो न स्यात्. Taittiriya Upanishad has put it in the cosmic sense. If this space is not filled with bliss, that means if this space is not conscious, Satchit Ananda are together. So, practical life, if this world is not full of space inside outside, is not full of bliss, who would have liked to breathe? Who would have liked to live in this miserable world? We know the world is miserable, and yet how do we expect joy? Because the joy is the nature of the self. Because joy is the nature of the self, so within this dirty universe, we expect joy. Without that, nobody would have expected joy. Nobody would have liked to live here in this dirty world. Urdhvam, that is from Taittiriya. Urdhvam pranam unnayati, apanam pratyagashyati. So, prana is taken up, apana is pushed down, not by themselves. Some Chetan being is there, which causes the prana to go up and apana to go down. Ityadi Shrutibhyam. So all these Vedantas is telling about a consciousness which is the director by its mere presence of all these activities of instruments, of life, of perceptions, everything. Iya picho vakshate, yena prana praniyate tadeva brahma tvam. So, here also it will tell later on. What? It is about the next few sections that you are meditating on some object. That object meditated upon cannot be Brahman. Brahman is the subject of the subject, not an object. Brahman is never to be taken as an object, which the dualists do. I worship Brahman, so Brahman has become an object. That is not right. That which makes me worship, is the Brahman, not this. Brahman is the reality of the subject, reality of the object also. But Brahman is traced by going in reality of the subject, not the object which you worship. That also will be told in order to fortify that which has been told in the second mantra. Tadeva Brahmatvam Viddhi. No, that to be reality, universal reality. That because of which you are able to breathe. Now here a small doubt. Oh, we are not completing. Okay, let us go slow. Shrotradi indriya prastave granasya granam yuktam natu pranasya. That is a foolishness. Because other instruments are mentioned, so here pran should be taken as gran, the smelling indriya. Natu pranasya. Don't take it as the original breathing. But here it is told prathama prana. Satyamevam, that is real. Prana grahanenevatu granasya granam kritam evannate shruti. Now, when all indriyas are mentioned and breathing is mentioned, so you should accept that when breathing is said, smelling also is mentioned automatically. For that separate word is not necessary. But for the original breathing, we must have a word. Sarvaseva karanakalapasya yadartha prayukta pravritti tad brahma iti prakarnartho vyakshita. Because the meaning of the whole topic is that which is the cause of all indriyas to do their activities, that we are mentioning. So, this particular smelling and all that will not suffice. Unless we live, we cannot smell. So, the original living force is mentioned. Tatha chakshusha chakshu rupa prakashakasya chakshusho yad rupa grahana samarthyam tadatma chaitanya adhishthita eva. Atha chakshusha chakshu. It is eye of the ear, eye of the eye, because eye is capable of revealing the form, but that makes eye reveal the form, because that is the Chetan involved in this eye. Prashtu prushtasya arthasya jnatum ishtatvad shrotrade shrotradi lakshanam yatoktam brahma jnatva iti adhyariyate. Shankar says another word, by knowing which should be added. Because when he is asking some question, he wants to know that. And so in that answer, you must include having known this. Shrotradi lakshanam yatoktam brahma jnatva iti adhyariyate. So that which is called Shrotra, Sachra, Manasa, Mano, etc., that Brahman is involved here. Amrita bhavanti iti phalashrutesya. Because the result has been told that you will get immortal in eternal bliss. That is possible only when you know Brahman, not information. When you realize Brahman, then only this will happen. And so, to realize should be added. Jnanadi amritatvam prapyate. It is only by the experiential knowledge that you get immortality and eternal bliss. Jnatva vimuchyate iti samarthyat. And see, by knowing you become free is clear. Shrotradi karana kalapasmu ujjitva. Okay. So let us complete the word meaning in the commentary. Atimuchya. That means having transcended the instrumentality. Tad upadeshan. Because that is only appears as the reality but is not the reality. Tad atmana jayate mriyate sansarati cha. And if we feel that ourselves, then we will be born and we will die and all these things will happen if we accept this combination to be our reality. Ata shrotrade shrotradi lakshanam brahma atma iti viditva. So, the ear of the ear, that is the characteristics of Brahman, that is myself. Brahma atma iti viditva. That Brahman is myself. Having known that, atimuchya. So, atimuchya means shrotradi atma bhavam parityajya. Give up your identification with the shrotra. That is the meaning. Transcend it. Ye shrotradi atma bhavam parityajanti. Those who give up the identification with the shrotra, te dhira dhimanta. They are called wise people here. Intelligent people here. Nai vishishta dhimatvantarena shrotradi atma bhava shakya paritaktam. Unless you have a special wisdom, it is not possible to transcend the instrument as yourself. Okay? Pretya, vyavritya asmat lokat. Pretya also means going beyond this loka, means putra mitra kalatra bandhushu mamaham bhava samyavara lakshanat. So this world means our behavior, that son, friend, wife, relations, they are mine, I am them. This type of our behavior we must transcend. Takta sarvaishana bhutva ityartha. Means you have to give up all desires. Amrita amarana dharmano bhavanti. Then we will become immortal. Immortality will be our characteristics. Okay? So, one para we leave for next time. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena paranchi khani kashi dira ityadi shrutibhya. Okay. Same thing is told through Shrutis. We'll take it up next week. I think everything was very clear here. That answer is about the consciousness which is common to all, innermost of all, and that helps all our indriyas function, that helps our life to go on, that helps our mind and buddhi to think, cogitate. That thing is Chetan, that thing is the innermost reality of all. We have to go sufficiently inside to get it, and once we get it, we are called wise people. Then we transcend the limitations of the senses, and we go beyond this experience of ours. And that is immortality, that is the eternal pure bliss. Clear? Now, one or two sentences as praman of the Shrutis, we shall take it up next Wednesday again. Om. Apyayantu mamangani vak pranas chakshu shrotramatho balam indriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam mama brahma nirakarot anirakaranamastu अनिराकरणम में अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मा ते मयि संतु ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत् श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।